were just looking at our wedding album. We've been married for almost 15 years.
Has it already been that long?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Flies.
We have some pictures where we look like just young little ones in here. And now we're really old. The reason we were looking at our wedding album is because today's story, or parable, from the Bible comes from the Bible, and it is about the wedding banquet. But first, let's talk about last week's challenge. So last week we were to try to forgive someone that we're having a hard time forgiving. How did you do with that, Josh?
Not too bad. God has been working in my heart to help me forgive and to love on people who are very different from me or have very different viewpoints than me. And so he's still working on that with me, and through his grace, he's helping me through that.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, God will always help us if we ask him to help us. So that's really good. Thanks, Josh. So today's parable is about the wedding banquet. It talks about a king who put on a wedding for his son, and he had all his servants go out and invite all the important people, all the rich people, all the nobles, all the people that should be at the banquet. But none of them came. None of them wanted to come. So he said, "Go back out again, servants, and tell them how amazing this meal is going to be. I've made the best foods that you could ever think of in the whole wide world." So they went out and they told the people, "This is the best food you'll ever eat," and nobody came. So he said, "Forget that." And he was so angry and mad that he said, "Go out and invite anyone you can find." So the servants go out, and on the streets, any person they could find, they invited anyone and everyone to come to the banquet. And so they had a big feast and a big banquet. And there's more to the story, and I'm hoping we can get into it another time. But that's basically what the story is that we're sharing with you today.
Yeah. And so in this story, the king is really representing God, and the one the banquet is for Jesus. And this story is just showing that God is inviting everyone into his kingdom, that he invites everyone. Not everyone's going to, want to come or want to be part of God's kingdom, but everyone is invited. And so I really challenge you guys this week to invite everyone you can, maybe not to your house because of COVID, but invite everyone into your life, to, especially people who are not always invited to be a part of your life, people who are not always a part of hanging out with you or your friendships, or sometimes people who are left out. So this week, to summarize, is to invite someone who is sometimes left out. Is that the...
Yeah, that's good. And you could do that through Facebook. Just, try to encourage somebody through Facebook who doesn't get talked to very much, or text someone who's been down or sad lately or tends to get left out of things. Whatever that looks like for you. Maybe it's a younger sibling in your house that everybody's kind of mean to because he bugs everybody. Just try to include that person. So thanks for joining us this week. Love you all.